Hey guys, welcome to a Spooky Quickie. I'm Mandy,
And I am Sammy.
and here we are with episode
Number 5,
number 5. So we're going to jump right in. The first movie we want to talk about is a new movie that we saw, and it is called
Heretic.
Woo! It's starring Hugh Grant. He's Mr. Reed. Then it has Sophie Thatcher and Chloe East as Sister Barnes, Sister Paxton. They are Mormons, and they are traveling around spreading the word of God.
Yeah,
The
it's
Mormon word of God.
yeah, it was pretty good. First and foremost, I want to mention that this movie came out last year,
Mm-hmm.
2024, on November 8th.
Mm-hmm.
And I was excited about it specifically because it is made by the almighty A24. A24 makes some
Love
pretty,
A24.
yeah, they make movies that are pretty damn good. They make you think.
Very interesting movies.
So specifically, they're horror movies. Some
Mm-hmm.
titles are like Talk to Me, Hereditary,
Yes,
Midsummer, but
yes.
Heretic, starring
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant. Uh, so I wasn't really too sure what to think of it because we won't spoil it because the movie's very new,
It's
but
very new.
as Mandy had said, it's two Mormons. They're traveling around trying to spread the word of God, the Church of Latter Day Saints,
Mm-hmm.
and they visit Hugh Grant's character, Mr. Reed, because
He requests.
he requests
Yeah.
for them to go. So he's their last stop.
Mm-hmm.
When
They've
they
been traveling around. You can see in the movie they're trying to talk to people, and people are just like blowing them off. So like it's like okay, this is the guy. He actually requested to see us, so he's probably going to want to hear us, and it should be a good time, right?
Yeah, that's not a spoiler because you could catch
No,
that from the
that's
trailer,
real life.
right? So, but the movie just picks up from there. But I will say, without spoiling, the movie is very dialogue driven.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'd mentioned this in one of the previous episodes too, that Hugh Grant's acting in this is, in my opinion, 10 out of 10.
He's creepy, man.
He reminds me of Hans Landa from Inglourious Bastards, the way they talk,
Mm-hmm.
where you just want to listen to him.
Yeah. Like his characters, like that's how I imagine. I mean, you've seen Hugh Grant probably in a million movies. You know, he's been around for a long time. But then when you watch this, you're like, that must be the real him because it's just so natural to him. It's crazy. It's kind of very creepy. Definitely don't want to spoil, so I'm gonna be like as blasé as possible. But yeah, his role when you're watching him, you're gonna be like, damn. And like he said, it's very dialogue driven. So you're gonna hear rants about religion, and you're gonna hear about his theories and like his hypothesis and all this like almost scientific the way he talks, right? Scientific knowledge, the way he's like coming at them because like we said, the girls are there, they start talking to him and then at some point they start kind of questioning like something's getting a little weird. This guy's strange, like whatever, I don't know. We're trying to go with it, but we kind of want to make an excuse and get out of here. But I'm just gonna say that it's tricky to get out of there. So they follow him through the house at some point, and he just kind of starts spilling about religion. And at first, you think he's kind of with the girls. You think he's in agreement, right? You kind of think
Kind of spoiling it.
I'm not.
Okay.
No, okay. I'll shut it down a little bit. But at first, you do think that he's like almost a good guy, right? Right?
Well, yeah,
He
Hugh
plays a
Grant,
good guy,
Mr. Reed, he's extremely charming.
charming, charismatic.
If I was visiting him, I would surely get killed
Yeah.
because of his charm.
Okay. See, like okay, this is going to be a tricky one because it's new and we definitely don't want to spoil anything. If you're really, really interested in watching this and you haven't seen it yet, this episode, maybe watch it as soon as, like, right after you watch the movie and then come back to us because we might slip up with some tiny little thing that you don't want to know. But it's just so much dialogue. This movie, if you want to sit and listen to it, it's one of those movies where you're going to actually learn a lot about, the Church of Latter-day Saints, and you're going to maybe question your own beliefs a little bit because he really makes you think on his rants, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nonetheless, without giving things away, I mean, it gets weird. It gets real weird. How can we say this? Let's just say that you will learn about a lot about the church. You will learn about other religions, and you will hear a lot of perspectives on what is religion. And I mean, you could read this from the any website right now. It's basically Hugh Grant says that he's found the one true religion, and that's all I'm gonna say. It's literally written that one part,
Mm-hmm.
and this movie is just him kind of trying to portray and teach these girls what is the one true religion, and then you kind of gonna find out if it's a fail or a flop, or if maybe he's onto something.
Yeah.
What would you like to add about it without giving too much detail?
Yeah, the movie really makes you think. I don't think we had mentioned this, but the movie is a religious horror movie. I will say this is not really a spoiler, but it is not an exorcism movie. So
Mm-mm.
it's not that type of
It's not
religious horror movie.
super like paranormal, you know?
No, but it does make you think, such as every other A24 movie that I like. Makes you
Yes.
really think.
Yeah, and they don't have to do anything too outlandish, minus shit that could really happen.
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know how we can kind of wrap the story up. If you have seen it, really curious what you guys thought of it. I have a lot of mixed reviews. There's a lot of people that tell me like, "Wow, that was just ingenious," and I see people writing about it, and they're like, "Wow, what a masterpiece! They really hit the nail on the head." And then I see people that are like, "What? I don't get this," So I'm like, I mean, I don't know if you have to know a little bit about religion first, or be interested in religion at least to kind of take this one and kind of grip it. I think at first when I first saw it, I was a little bit like, I need to let it sit. I need to let it melt into my brain, think about it, and then I like to watch movies 2 times. The first time, the baseline, the second time, pick up any extra things you can, and then kind of apply it. So I have watched it twice now, and I actually appreciate it a lot more the second time.
Hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah, same for me. Uh, I will say that so the movie will have you questioning
Mhm.
your belief systems,
Mhm.
and I have faith. My faith is probably not the strongest, but when I came out of that movie, you're just like, whoa, man, that shook my faith to the
Yeah.
core.
That's why I think you need to sit with it, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you're a religious person or have, even if you're a Mormon specifically or any like of the Christian dialects of religion, you got to sit with it for a minute, you know?
Yeah.
Just let it melt. But I do respect it a lot more. We actually rented it recently again just to give it that second go, and like I said, I actually enjoy it. I think it's one that I would like to own, especially just because of the acting. I really do like Sophie Thatcher. She's also from Yellow Jackets if you guys have watched that show. Um and just Chloe East, everybody was just good. I don't know. Then you got what's his name from Topher?
Topher Grace.
From that 70s show. He comes out for a little shindig.
Yeah, he has a small part in
Very
it.
small, but I mean, it's like, hey, I know you. It's a little nostalgia sprinkled in there. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, watch it. If you were kind of debating like, should I see it? I think you should. I think that it's worth a watch. I mean, I like I said, the second time around, I really appreciated it, and I'd probably recommend it to people. What do you think? Would
Yeah,
you recommend it?
I would. Yeah, it's a movie you're going to have to watch more than once because I guarantee the second time you watch it or the third time, you're going to catch little things
Yeah.
that you didn't catch the first time. But if I could give a rating on it, I would give it an 8.5 out of 10.
He's much more lenient. My scale's a little bit more strict. I do think it's a great movie. 6.8 if I'm
Jeez.
being really I don't know, I have a
Yeah, what's a 10 out of 10 for you,
sense
Mandy?
that we'll talk about that another day. I'm kind of debating doing like a whole other podcast where we can just spoil the hell out of movies because I'm so eager to like explain my theory on this movie and then like things that I was told from actual people that were Mormon. So I want to talk about it more. If anybody just wants to reach out, we'll chat. But that wraps it up for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So cool movie, good. Go see it. A24, directed and written by Scott Beck and Brian Woods. Check it out.
Yeah, and it's streaming on Amazon for like $6.
Yeah, super cheap right now.
Check it
So
out. Let us know what you think. We'd love to have a conversation with you about it.
give it a go. All right, so we'll jump into our scary story section. Last week I did a personal scary story from my own childhood. I think this week we have a special treat from Sammy.
So yeah, I'm going to tell my scary story this week. We haven't had a chance to reach out to our listeners and our fans.
Been busy, been pretty busy.
All two.
All two of you guys.
But we would love to get more stories from you guys. But this week we're going to tell my story. But this story took place, I would say, probably six or so years ago. But I remember it pretty vividly. The day started. It was probably a Saturday, I believe. But I started out the morning with getting a car wash down the street from where I live. So I'm at this car wash. It's an outdoor car wash. So you drop your car off and you sit down to these waiting benches. And I sat down next to the specific lady for no reason. She didn't seem any bit interesting. Nothing caught my attention. So I was sitting there on my phone. And as my car's not getting washed yet. My car is still in line, kind of directly in front of the seating area. So the lady looks at me. She's like, "Hey, I'm sorry to bug you, but who's in your car?" I'm like, "Who's in my car?" I'm like, "Nobody's in my car." I'm like, I'm just here, just me." She's like, "No, there's someone in your car." I'm like, "Yeah, you're probably seeing." So my old car used to have my logo, the face with the fedora. Used to have that sticker on the back of the car, the back windshield. I'm like, "Oh, you're probably seeing the silhouette from the sticker because I have tinted windows. Probably looks like a person with a hat." And she tells me, "No, I see your sticker with the hat, but I see someone else in your car." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What do you mean someone else in my car?" She's like, "Yeah, I see somebody sitting in there." And I'm like, "Okay." So I kind of got up uncomfortably and nervously, and I just want to go probably make a phone call somewhere. I didn't sit next to her. again. But I will say, after getting my car wash, nothing happened after that. After getting my car wash, I will say, driving back to my house was a little bit creepy because I just got told something was in my car. But here's the twist. Here's the weird part about this story. Fast forward maybe a month or two later, I take a trip out to Las Vegas. I don't know why I went out there, but I was out there. I was drinking, but I wasn't terribly drunk. I was probably a little bit buzzed. And I sit at these slots. And as I'm sitting at these slots, there's other people to my left and my right. I looked directly to my left, and it's this lady from the car wash in Las Vegas sitting right next to me. And we both look at each other. We both notice each other at the same moment. And we're just like, what? Like, she recognized me. I recognize her because this event at the car wash took place, maybe 2 months prior to that. So we look shocked. We look like we both seen a ghost. So we both kind of uncomfortably said, hi, hey, how are you? We're in Vegas. Yep, okay, that we're gambling. Okay, have a good day. Have a good time. That was eerie. I'm not too sure. I guess it's kind of paranormal, but that was weird. Yeah, that was a strange coincidence. Who is this lady? I don't know.
Weird.
That was weird. That was one of the more weird things that have happened to me.
Different time, different place, same woman you've never seen.
Yeah, and also I will say Mandy had caught the presence of a person that was in my old car. It was an old Chevy Equinox.
When we had first met.
Yeah.
I was like, I think we were driving somewhere. I don't remember all the details, but I remember looking back and being like, felt like there was a woman back there.
So let me ask you, do you think a woman was attached to the car or was attached to me?
So hard to say. I mean, I wasn't aware of the story at all, and I remember mentioning it, and then he brought up, the story of that, and then I think, a friend of his had also seen a woman surrounding him at some point in time. So it was like, is there a woman just attached to him? I'm not sure. We never truly explored it too hardcore. I mean, now we're into more of the ghost hunting and stuff, but I haven't witnessed anything else. I don't think you've come into any other encounters where people have been like, hey, there's a woman attached to you, or like, I don't know. I almost think, if anything, the car was used when you first got it, no? Like, it had been bought used. So I'm wondering if, like, something was attached at that point in time. The stranger saw it, the people that you're close to saw it. I don't know. It's a weird one.
Yeah, it is.
But we haven't had any more incidences with that. But what do you guys think? Has anybody ever, like, anyone else watching, have you ever had maybe something attached to you, or thought something's attached to you, or multiple people saw, or like weird coincidences like this, to a car, to an object, to a place? Maybe you moved and then it stopped, or you moved and it came with you. I don't know. I'm curious about that, like just attachment, poltergeist, or apparitions, or spirits, or whatever. Very curious how that would work. I'm not sure if I've personally dealt with that. So
yeah, attachments can come from a ghost or maybe your
objects,
your angel. They say everybody has a guardian angel.
good or bad, I don't know.
What is mine? I don't know. Nothing. I mean,
nothing brutal or mean or poltergeisty, right? It was just there, a presence that people saw.
Just things people saw.
Might have been just guardian or just quiet spirit.
But I never got harmed in the car. Never got slapped around or nothing.
No like accidents or anything that were like triggered by something like that. So
maybe it was a relative looking out after me. Maybe.
Could be. You never know. Could have been more of a positive entity. But let us know if you guys have stories, because we're going through our personal ones. We have a few, but we would like to hear yours. Anything paranormal, alien, extraterrestrial, spooky, spirit, whatever. Let us know, because we want to share it, and then we want to be, I don't know, onto something new. But onto something new, spirits and stuff. We mentioned last week about the ghost hunt we wanted to do at the Nostalgia Comic Shop, and that is in the works. We're just, there's been fires here, and there's all this crazy stuff happening. So I think by next episode, we might have a date for you guys. So please stay tuned, and I hope you guys travel along with us. We'll probably go live, and then also do, maybe a summary at the end of it. And it's going to be a fun time.
Mandy, you've been saying that for a long time.
Well,
I'm ready.
There was a lot of stuff going on, but we're going to get there. Peter, we're going to come set a date.
I suggested to do a spirit box session right now, because we've been hearing stuff in this apartment.
Sammy's been hearing stuff in this apartment.
Yeah. But Mandy's a little too scared.
I just thought, maybe we'll save a whole episode for I think even if the comic book shop doesn't happen this week, maybe our next week we can schedule a mini ghost hunt beforehand. Warm up, spend a minute, kind of dust off the old meters. Maybe just check out this apartment. It's relatively new to us, and maybe we can get a little something going. What do you think?
I think
deal.
Yes.
Next week.
We'll do
not
it.
The comic shop yet. We will do a mini one to warm up and prepare.
Yeah, because they want ghosts, Mandy.
Yeah, you guys want ghosts.
Scary shit.
Because we're not spooky.
It is called Spooky Quicky.
All right, so I want to jump into more of our vendory style things. The first thing I think that I will jump into is a quick thing about. So anyway, to go into the sales stuff, me and Sammy, he's an artist, obviously. I'm an artist, seamstress, I guess, designer. So we are doing sales right now, and I have all of these shirts, the Spooky Bitch line. They're only $5. Like I'm literally trying to clear out a lot of stuff that we have. We got this apartment, tight for space. So I have these shirts. I have multiple other shirts. A lot have sold out, but there's still a lot listed. MandySeal.com. Check it out, $5. Sammy also has a $5 deal sale going on.
I do.
And what are you selling?
Oh yeah, I'm selling prints. I'm selling 19 different designs. $5, 8.5 by 11 prints. But yeah, they're old prints I just probably don't want to sell anymore. And yeah, go pick it up at SammyRuiz.com.
They're good stuff, good quality, and we ship fast. We get them out.
They're good for the house, the restroom,
anywhere.
Your baby mama's house.
Oh.
Or your kid's house.
Okay. Shop us. They make great gifts, both of our items too. So Valentine's Day is coming. And then the next thing is Sammy has a big event this weekend. It's been a while. Gonna dust off the dust.
Yeah, the event I'm doing this weekend is CreepyCon, January 31st through February 1st. It's taking place at the Ontario Convention Center. It's a big horror convention. It's awesome. I've done it 2 years.
Yeah, I did it 1 year.
Yeah, I've done it 2 years already.
Sammy's
I think 2 years.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing event. It's put on by amazing people. We're gonna have a lot of celebrities there. For example,
all right, we got Elvira. Elvira's gonna be there, and your favorite from the Saw franchise. What's his name?
Tobin Bell.
Tobin Bell's gonna be there.
Shawnee Smith too.
Yes, Shawnee Smith, John Bernthal, Linda Blair, Jason Patrick. We got Alex Winter. A couple of the Lost Boys are gonna be there. Good time. Sammy's got a new release coming.
Oh yeah.
Want to talk about it?
Yeah, I have a new shirt. Well, I have a lot of new shirts, but I have a Lost Boys shirt in tribute to all the Lost Boys being there.
Yeah.
I know. I wish they would have got Kiefer, but
yeah, maybe next year.
But they pretty much got everyone else.
A lot of these people we want to see are hard to get. Understandable, but I mean they got like a lot of good people. I think it's gonna be nice mix of people too. There's other people. We gotta go on their website, check it out, go to their Instagram. They post a lot about it. I know tickets are for sale right now. Not sure what else you want to say about it. I don't know if there's any little special things other than the awesome special guests. There's so many vendors. A lot of vendors that we know, some ones that we don't know, some new ones, some old ones, some good ones, maybe some bad ones. I don't know. But it's a good time. It's a nice place. It's very chill. It's very mellow. When I vended there, it was very comfortable. I did really well. Everyone was cool and nice. I think you got to meet David Arquette. He was walking around. Jamie Kennedy was walking around. I saw all these people walking around.
Yeah, if you love Halloween, this is one of the spots to go.
3-day event.
So. But yeah, we hope to see you there. And
yeah, I think that is pretty much it. No other big sales to talk about right now, but always going to be vending. So we'll always shout out our events that we're attending, or even if we just decide to go and check them out, or we really believe in them and we're not vending. Sammy actually has another one coming up soon. You can mention that one.
Yeah, it's a Valentine's Day horror event that's taking place in what's in LA. Mm-hmm. I have the flyer posted up on my Instagram, but it's on February 15th and 16th. It's a 2-day show, but it's gonna be really cool. It's a great show for couples. Mm-hmm. There's gonna be really cool photo props.
Yeah, lots of photo opportunities for you guys if you can get out there and just take some shots or make some reels or whatever. Good time.
So it's gonna be a good year for shows, but 2 big shows coming up.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Please send us any spooky stories you have, any alien stories, anything creepy you've ever experienced from childhood to now. We want to share it. We want to hear about it. If there's other LA opportunities to do ghost hunts at other shops, is your place haunted? We have this comic book shop coming that we hear is haunted. Do you have a store? Do you have a location? Even, is your grandma's house haunted? Like, can we come? Let us know. We're definitely down. We want to do more ghost hunts very soon. Definitely by the next episode, by next week, you will see some sort of ghost hunt that will happen, because even if we do it in this little creepy apartment we got, we're gonna get some ghosts.
Yeah, if that don't happen, I'm quitting this podcast, Mandy.
We'll have to make it work. But thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
Thank you guys. Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Have a good night.